So can we finally stop this narrative that the Indiana Fever only plays well against teams that are trash? Because like even if that is the case, man, you still have to play against. These women are getting paid. Everybody's getting paid. You got to play well against them because they trying to take your head off too, man. And that's exactly what happened tonight as the Indiana Fever defeated the New York Liberty 106-92. And we're going to talk about all that and more in 1 second, man. But before we get started, make sure y'all like this video and comment y'all thoughts down below because y'all already know we're trying to go with this thing to the moon, Alice. And if nobody told y'all this today, y'all my brothers, my sisters, my family, love each and every last one of y'all, man. Let's get right back into it like we left some. Listen. Let's go with the positives and all of that good stuff first. A game-high 28 points by Kelsey Mitchell. I call her Kelsey Missile, and she wears the same number that I wore my whole life, 0 or 36 when I was playing football, taking people's head off, but that ain't the point. 17 straight games with at least 20 points for Kelsey Missile. 68% from the field, 4 for 4 from 3. If I am not mistaken, I think it was 4 for 4 from 3. We will see that in 1 second. Also, congrats to Kelsey Mitchell moving into 4th all-time in franchise history in steals. She played a great defensive game tonight. And like I said, I just feel as though like setting the tone, playing, hooping, all of that stuff, that's Kelsey Mitchell in a nutshell. Now, we're going to talk about what I really liked that I saw this game, and that's going to be Michaela Timpson is going to get I know a lot of people are going to be like, you know, they don't like defense. A lot of people don't care about defense. They don't like defense. They're going to be, KK only had 3 points. How is y'all playing? Man, shut the f up. Shut the f up, bro. I like defense. I like players that play defense. I like players like Draymond Green and guys like that will sacrifice their offensive game in order to play defense. Tonight, when the game popped off and it started, I was saying, I understand that Kelsey Mitchell is playing on a different level defensively right now. But because the Indiana Fever came out and did everything that they were supposed to in the first half, and just, I mean, for a lack of all intents and purposes, they obliterated the New York Liberty and shot like 78% from 3. I said, there's no way in hell they're going to continue to shoot 78% from 3. So what the New York Liberty is probably going to do is leverage the fact that Jonquel Johnson is shooting 75% from three right now, which is crazy. And the fact that you can't leave Stewie out there because you don't want her to get going. They're probably going to leverage that fact, and they're probably going to try to get back into the game by attacking the paint by some type of way. And I said the way that I would do it is I would have Jonquel sitting out there as a decoy to get AB out of the paint, and I would attack Michaela Timpson with Stewie all night long and also run some back doors. And if you watch the game at the beginning of the second half, that is exactly what they did. But the only thing that stopped it was that not only the fact that there was a cushion that was already built by the Indiana Fever so they could absorb some of that because they came to within 9. But in my opinion, Michaela Timpson did a fantastic job on Stewie tonight. Now, I know some people probably be thinking, you know, Stewie just didn't do it. You know, hey, it was a lot on her, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. But man, let me tell you, in my opinion, the way that she played was just fantastic defensively. Because if Stewie would have been able to get going and just score and just do what she wanted to do, that would have been an entirely different game. Because at that point, like I said, Jonquel Jones was 75% from 3. She done hit 3 out of 4. You can't leave her out there. So AB can't help. And so Stewie pretty much has a one-on-one with Michaela Timpson. And Michaela Timpson stood up and answered the call. And I love the fact that she answered the call because the way that she played defensively, it was just like, I'm gonna sacrifice my offensive game so that I can play defensively. Now I'm gonna give her flowers right there. Also, see, we know Kelsey Mitchell played her behind off 28 points. We also know that not only that, but we also know that Caitlin Clark, 22 points, 10 assists, didn't have 6 turnovers, so that went down there. But like I said, if Michaela Timpson doesn't take on that challenge and play and defend Stewie and force Stewie to shoot 8 of 21 and score. And hey, look, she was under her average. She only scored 19 points. So look, only scored 19 points. She normally scores 21, 22 points a game. And she shoots nearly 50% from the field. She had her shoot 8 of 21. If you make somebody shoot score, if you hold somebody to 19 points on 21 shots, I feel like you did your job. And so like I said, that's why my hat's going off to Michaela Timpson tonight, because that couldn't have been easy. And the fact that she decided that, like I said, she took on that challenge is awesome. Like I said, Indiana Fever, a fun team to watch. New York Liberty, they had a very similar record. I think New York Liberty was 20 and 13. Indiana was 20 and 12. And this is where we ended up. But again, Caitlin Clark played great tonight. Kelsey Mitchell played out of her mind, but offensively and defensively. But Michaela Timpson played out of her mind defensively, and that cannot be understated. Also, Sophie Cunningham. We gonna get to that too. Shot the daylight side of the ball as well, and we gonna slide over here real quick and just look at the stats or what have you. We gonna start with the New York Liberty, just like I said. 30 minutes for Stewie, 19 points, 8 of 21 on 8 of 21 shooting, 1 of 5 from 3. Good defense. Some of those shots were wide open from 3. She just missed them. It is what it is. That's gonna happen. You get fortunate sometimes. 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal. Rebecca Allen, 4 out of 6 from the field, 11 points, 3 of 5 from 3. Those were some big shots, especially in the second half. Jonquel Jones, like I said, 5 of 7 from the field, 14 points, 3 of 4 from 3, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 board, and 3 blocks. Hey, she said, hey, great. She played great. Sabrina Ionescu, 7 of 11, 1 for 5 from 3. Also 4 for 4, and 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Very efficient, and she just didn't shoot the ball as much. That's just what it is. Astier, 3 points, and then Shu came out there, 7 points. Johannes, 8. Rebecca Gardner, she played pretty well down the stretch, but it was in garbage time at that point in time. But she gave some quality minutes in the middle of the game, also 6 points. And bro, I don't know how to say that name. Is that Fotho or Forthray with 2 out of 6 with 5 points. But like I said, these are the things that are not going to show up on the stat sheet, are the way that Michaela Timpson played, because there is no shot contest, made it hard on her, difficult shots badge, any of that stuff. Michaela Timpson, 3 points, 7 rebounds, and like I said, I played a hell of a game defensively against Stewie. Lexi Hull, 5 points, 1-on-1 from 3. Aaliyah Boston, 19 points, 7 of 15, 3 out of 5 from 3. She also shot the daylight side of the ball. Like I said, everybody shot the daylight side of the ball. They shot 64% from 3. That was the real spacer in there, because like I said, you got two bigs that can space the floor. Aaliyah Boston is on the island, and then you let Stewie cook, and like I said, she just wasn't able to cook as much as she would like to tonight. Then also Caitlin Clark, CC, 22 points, double deuce with a double deuce, 7 out of 15 from the field, 4 8 from 3, 4 turnovers, 4 rebounds, 10 assists, 1 steal. I love the way that she did what I Stephanie White must have got my email, because just like I said, when CC's looking to score, if she's already going downhill, already got a head of steam, by all means look to score. If you're coming off a screen, coming off of anything, please look to score. But if you're already dribbling the ball, just initiate the offense, look for somebody else. I think she did a very good job of that. I'm glad that they took my advice, got my email and all that good stuff. That's awesome. I should be coach of the year. Anyway, I'm coaching our armchair coach right here, man. Anyway, hey, I be doing that sound too, man. Don't be thinking my smoke alarm is messed up. Hey, but anyway, Kelsey Mitchell is but I know they said that every time she touched that basketball tonight, 28 points, 11 out of 16, 4 for 4 from 3, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, defended her tail off, but also got buckets. Monique Billings, boy, CC set her up for some nice buckets. Instead of getting frustrated sometimes when they tried to trap her, she just looked for Monique right up under the basket. Really good placement. Sophie Cunningham, 4 out of 5 from 3 on 12, with 12 points on 4 or 5 shooting. So all of her buckets were 3-pointers. Ty Harris, 1 point. But anyway, this was the real difference in the game right here. 30% from 3 versus 64% from 3. You're not going to shoot 64% from 3 every time. We're fortunate that happened this game. You shoot even 50% from 3. That is what? You got to take 4 threes away, something like that. You take 4 threes away, you're dropping 12 points. 4 threes away is you're dropping 12 points. And it's a 2-point game. So very fortunate that happened. I think my math is right on that one, because the Fever got out rebounded on offense, and just overall just got out rebounded. They out assisted, out blocked, and the steals were dead even. Turnovers were pretty much dead even. So that's the difference in the game. That's 64% from 3. Very fortunate that the Fever were able to do that tonight. Now, last but not least, let's look at some individual highlights from the Indiana Fever, because hey, here we go. Sophie Cunningham up top. Look at this. This is what I like. This is what I love to see from CC. You're dribbling. That was Monique was setting some big bodies tonight. Hey, let me see if can I pull this over right here, because what you don't see is Monique Billings has set a screen in the backcourt, but Gardner's on the ground. So that screen, she got crushed by the screen. Now CC gets a free run at the next defender. Fine. Look, now she has an option. You're not gonna hit Monique. Monique wisely dives to hold Shu, because if Monique don't dive, if Monique stands here, then you got Shu can walk here, and now you got 2 that can play 1. One that can play 2, but we don't want that to happen. She forces her to commit. Now she can. You should close out. But if you now you're in no man's land, because Sophie Mitchell is shooting the piss out of the ball. Not Sophie Mitchell. Bro, I'm saying Sophie Mitchell. Bro, I'm tripping. Sophie Cunningham shooting the piss out of the ball tonight, and Kelsey Mitchell is shooting the piss out the ball. You're in no man's land. There's not a good decision to be made here. But here we go. Tries to close out. You could have hit Kelsey Mitchell, but hey, she's feeling it. Tray ball, bang! Big shot right there by Sophie Cunningham. I love it. If I said some names wrong, man, forgive me. It is nighttime. I'm getting ready to put my baby to bed and all of that stuff. Hey, CC once again. Michaela Timpson hits KK with a drive, and there's Kelsey Mitchell with a nice mid-range jump shot. Another one here. Stop. This is some good defense by Lexi Hull on that one. And then here comes Kelsey Mitchell. Just coming down court, dribble, and then go by you. That first step and that crossover is incredible. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, look at this. Stop. She already on the heels. You're already dead when you're on your heels. She sees Jonquel Jones over there, and look, she's been taking the advice of your boy, because she laid it up with the left hand. Lays it up. Hey, that's what we gonna do, man. Glaze it up. Last but not least, here we go. I think this ends up being a steal right here. Yep, steal. And look, off to the races. You see Kelsey Mitchell, boom, missile, gone. Look at they know that they have to cut that down, because if they don't, that's a bucket. Hits Ty Harris. Ty Harris dribbles it out, finds Kelsey Mitchell again. Lay and 1. That is an incredible bucket. Look at Ty Harris with the reset, and there we go. The hoop and the harm. Kelsey Mitchell goes to the line, makes both of those, man. And like I said, bro, they just been hooping. They have been that was a good game to watch. But like I said, my favorite part of the game is the job and the tenacity with which Michaela Timpson played Stewie. I'm gonna give her flowers. Like I said, a lot of people don't care about defense, so you'll be like I said, they'll be like, why we giving her the flowers? But I'm giving her the player of the game, because I appreciate the defense that she played. And if she doesn't play that defense the way that she did against Stewie, that could have easily been a whole nother game. Obviously, if you missed some shots too. But y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, man. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. We dropping that type of heat every day of the week, man. I appreciate all the love and support, man. Like I said, we all on our way to 1,000 subs. Once we get there, it's really gonna be on. I got a couple videos to drop tomorrow, but I'm gonna holler at y'all next time. Till next time. It's your boy Jay Easy, aka Fresh from the Barbershop, BK the People's Champ.